Now, field history tracking. So what is this field history tracking? Basically, by using this field history tracking, anyone who is working in the Salesforce, they can track the history of this specific field value. Specific field value. For example, if I go to the here, for example, let's say in the account, whoever is changing the value, right? Whoever is changing the value of the rating. So whenever there is a change on the rating, I wanted to capture who has made a changes to this and when did they made a changes and what was the old value and what is the new value. If I wanted to track it, then we can what we can do is we can implement a field history tracking, or else let's say on the position. In the position object, now there are multiple fields are there. So let's open one of the record here. If I open one of the record, let's say maximum pay. If there is any change on the maximum pay, or if there is any change on the uh, rating position status, then I wanted to capture the history. Now, if I wanted to capture the history, how can I do it? So we have a here position history. But if I change anything here, maximum pay, if I change it, let's click on this maximum pay and change it to the 1 and click on save. I know that what was the previous value, but assume that tomorrow I am off, right? If I'm off tomorrow, if somebody comes here, now let's say HR manager says there is some value was there previously, now it is different value. So can you see who has changed it and when this has changed it? If you want to track those kind of information, what we can do is we can implement a field history tracking. So field history tracking is it will track the user details who modified the record value along with the date and time, along with the date and time, and what was the old value, what is the new value. If you want to track it, you can track it in the history tracking. So we can have a maximum of 20 field history tracking. 20 fields history tracking, and this history tracking will be there only for 18 months. After 18 months, it will be deleted. So maximum you can implement a history tracking on the 20 fields. So you have 100 fields on the position object, maximum you can do it 20. And whatever the history tracking is available, this history tracking is available for 18 months. For 18 months, the history tracking is available. In order to do the history tracking, the prerequisites are, the first prerequisite is we need to enable the track field history on the object level. Whenever we are creating the object, that time there is a one checkbox which is called as a track field history. If you enable the track field history, then only you will be able to track the history of the particular field value. Now to track the field history, we have to follow the 2 steps. So we need to go to the object manager, and then in the object manager, click on the set history tracking button. Now let's go to the object manager. So let's click on this setup and click on the edit object. It will directly take me to the object manager and the object is position. First of all, the first prerequisite is I have a track field history tracking is enabled. If it is enabled, go to the fields and relationship. And here we have a set history tracking. Click on the set history tracking. Once you click on the set history tracking, you have a certain values are available here, right? So click on this, let's say maximum pay, I wanted to track it, and as well as the position status, I wanted to track it, and number of vacancies. Now click on save. So once you click on the save button, in case if you are not able to see the position history in the related list, what you need to do is go to the page layout. In the page layout, which are the one we have like a custom page layout. So that is used in the here. So in the custom page layout, by default, it will not show the history. Now in this case, go to the related list and here add the position history. So whatever the object is there, the object name plus history will be there. So right now this object is position. That's the reason it says position history. If it is a hiring manager object, here it says hiring manager history. So just drag that hiring manager history onto the related list and click on save. Then you will be able to see the history related list. Now let's go ahead and refresh. Now click on this. I'm going to change the value here. Maximum pay, I'm changing it to the something 7, and vacancies, I'm going to change it to the 6. Right. So these are the values. I have changed it, and let's say status, position status, I'm changing to the new. Click on save. Once I click on save, go to the related list. Now I can see here number of vacancies. It's changed on the date is 20th September. And batch 5 is a change rate, and the original value is this. Original value is nothing but old value, and the new value is 6. Now maximum pay, it is changed on the 20th September, and this is the user has changed it. Original value, the old value is this one, the new value is this. Now again one more field is change, position status is 20th. Now on 20th, this is the user has changed it, original value is in progress, and then new value is new. We have a new. So these are the, you can track it. Assignment, enable the history tracking for the object, which is called as a student. And for this student, track the fields, which is called as a student number, location, and then the location values are, these are the values, and grade. These are the fields you need to track it for the student object.
In real-time scenario, how do they enable the fields? Means they will they enable all the fields that are available in that particular object, or
In real time also, whatever we have done right now, the same way it will be done. Now, what are the fields needs to be tracked in the history? What are the fields needs to be enabled here in the field history tracking? Now, this is given by the client. If client says that we wanted to track a position status, then you need to enable here, click on it, save, so that the client will be able to monitor the values here in the history.
okay, for how long this history will be maintained?
18
Is
months.
there 18 months? Okay. Will this degrade the performance if the so much of
No,
history is maintained?
no.
Okay.
Have you questions like what is the field history tracking? What are the different elements can be created using the schema builder? Right? How many fields can admin track per object? What will happen if we uncheck the track field history on the object? And how many months Salesforce can keep the history of the fields?